Who's here on Lamone? And counsel, do you have witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Court is calling 2025 CR 00069 State versus Xavier Chamberlain. Could I have parties announced?
Rick Pena for the state of Texas.
Renee Munoz on behalf of Mr. Chamberlain.
And are you Mr. Chamberlain?
Good morning, Your Honor. Yes, ma'am.
All right, according to the plea bargain agreement, just 1 second, we'll wait till they're finished over here. All right, you entered a plea on May 27th of no contest to assault a family household member with a previous conviction. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 5 years. This is to run concurrent with 2025 CR 00071, 2025 CR 00092. Those cause numbers, have you been sentenced on those or those motions to revoke?
They're all new cases that got indicted. He doesn't have any pending motions to revoke. It's just there was a plea on as to some and then summary BTIC to resolve.
All right. All right. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No objection by the defense.
No, well, I'm silent, but I'd just like to read it.
All right. All right. Do you have any witnesses?
No, Your Honor. I believe procedural background justification as to what we believe is an appropriate course of action that we would ask the court to follow.
All right, just 1 second. State, any witnesses?
None from the state.
All right, then you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. In reference to Mr. Chamberlain, I have been on his case ever since he got picked up on these offenses in October. I've met with him routinely, and this is an individual that I believe is grappling with drug addiction and does not have an innate sense of criminality, Your Honor. Ever since he's been in pending custody in the Bexar County Jail, he has done family violence individual counseling. I have those forms here, if I may show the court.
Any objection?
None from the state.
And so he has been working on those things. He has been learning about boundaries and effective ways to deal with stressors in his life as well, to not take him out in a violent way, Judge. There's some cases pending here, but if the court does take note, one of the offenses, there was no bodily injuries observed by law enforcement, and the other one, there was a small, slight little scratch. In dealing with the case and talking about the evidence and our avenues for taking this in front of the court in terms of sentencing, we did talk about certain inconsistencies within some of the reports, but that was more so before he accepted the plea. So he does accept responsibility. He knows that he messed up. He knows that this was a toxic relationship with an ex that he shouldn't have been continuing, but he was in the midst of drug addiction. As noted in the PSI, he was under the influence of drugs at the time of these offenses, Judge. Also in the PSI, he has never had residential treatments. He has had outpatient treatment before, but because we believe that his needs are severe in terms of his daily methamphetamine usage before he got picked up, we feel like inpatient treatment would be more so suitable for him to get a grasp on his issues that he's dealing with. We're looking, Your Honor, in terms of his whole life and his future down the road, and in terms of serving the community and also helping Mr. Chamberlain work towards bettering himself. We feel that inpatient treatment would be more conducive in that we're able to address the root cause of this and hopefully put a stop to this from ever occurring again. If Mr. Chamberlain is institutionalized or incarcerated without the proper form of treatment, we feel that we may just be repeating this pattern of events that has been going on. Mr. Chamberlain has been to prison before, Your Honor, but this was about 20 years ago. When he was younger, did not get the appropriate treatment. He was essentially sent to TDC, released out, and had been battling homelessness as well as drug abuse. For these reasons, Your Honor, we're requesting a period of a deferred adjudication as long as the court sees fit with inpatient treatments. And I did speak about if the court did approve inpatient treatment, what that would be looking like in terms of transfer to a facility and then having to be compliant with the terms of community supervision thereafter. before Mr. Chamberlain was picked up on this offense, he did start school at St. Philip's College. He was about 1 month into that program until he got picked up on this offense and did not have the opportunity to bond out. But he had been working towards his HVAC certification, where he wanted to work in that capacity in terms of a career for himself, Judge. So in looking at his criminal history, he does have minor things such as theft, drug possession, burglary. These are all things that I think were tied with drug addiction, drug usage. So we're asking that the court take a look to see if he's eligible to address the root cause of that addiction to stop this cycle of institutionalization.
All right, is there anything you wish to say, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
You want to raise your right hand for me, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Xavier Chamberlain.
All right, you may proceed. What would you like to say?
Your Honor, I take full accountability for my actions and I'm very remorseful, but at the same time, I know that I learned a lot from this experience. I'm not the same person I was a year ago. I just want to move forward in my life and just be a better person for my family, for members of my community, and just get past this and just move forward. I'm too old to be making mistakes and
But the question is, why do you, I mean, these are not mistakes, these are choices. Why do you keep making the same choices? Because you have previous convictions for assaultive behavior. That's why this is a assault with a second conviction. So why do you keep making these same decisions? And then we have the violation of